Hello and welcome. It's lovely to have your company. I'm tiptoeing. It's lovely to have your company. We are launching the brand new one-day special. Now, you've got lots of choices. You've got, and I'll run through everything obviously independently, but you've got one-day special, two one-day specials. You've got some beautiful rice papers, but then you can get the whole bundle. So obviously lots of choices. As ever, if you're going for the big bundle, that's where you've got your biggest saving. And it is an amazing saving. Of course, I'll be taking you through all this, but how dare I not mention right at the top of the hour, Lulu's in the building.
Yay! I'm back.
Yay!
Just when you thought it was safe.
Oh, it's so good to have you back in the building. Me and you, you're in last week, weren't you? Because we were chatting anyway.
It was like that, wasn't it, really?
Yeah, it's horrible, isn't it?
I still find it really difficult. It's like, I want to come and give you can't, obviously. You just stand there, you're like, right, I'm pretending to hug.
You kind of, have you got to that yet where you forget and you kneel it and then it's like, whoa, back off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah, it feels rude when you do that, but we've got to do it, haven't we?
Yeah, it'll be back to normal eventually, and it's getting there. At least we've got you in studio, Lou.
Oh, well, I'm so pleased to be. I really am. It was strange to be seeing stuff on, like, not long ago, and I weren't there to do it, and then hearing my voice and seeing the VT, it was really, really strange. Because I kept shouting at myself, going, "You're doing it wrong. You don't do it like that. What you're doing, that's rubbish."
It's horrible, isn't it? It's horrible watching them. It's horrible.
I was like, when you're a kid and you're like, "I'm not watching that film. It's scary." I was doing that to myself, thinking, "Oh, don't have your hair like that again," and all that. But yeah, I was so critical, but it's so nice to be back. It really is.
It's so good to have you in the building. And the one-day special, I mean, there's so many elements in this. The papers are gorgeous, then the stamps. There's all sorts you can do with it. You know, you could be very mixed media with it. It could be very, very pretty, can't it?
I think that's the nice thing with some of it. I've always said all along, it's really easy to just get stuck in a rut where you think, right, I'm happy doing it this, doing that. But when you've sort of brought with it, with things that you're not used to or maybe against what you normally do, it's a real education, because you get that stuff out you'd forgot, you get those techniques out and you think, right, I'm going to do that and that. And I've learned, just in the last, say, year, I've learned so much from just having to make use of what I've got.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Which I love. I absolutely love. Lou, I'm going to go through the one-day special.
Cool.
And then we'll go back to you, because it is already, well, I'll tell you what is busy, the big one. Yeah. The big collection is already busy. That's going to zoom in at the bottom for you. It is a good saving. I'll tell you all about it in a few seconds, but let's tell you what you're going to get first of all. So, in your first one-day special, it's this side. This is the Manor House Garden by Jenine, who is a wonderful Dutch designer. As you can see, really, really beautiful elements. So first of all, we have down at the bottom that gorgeous die. Now, when you look, I mean, this is really interesting, because look how many elements you've got in that die. You've got a big border die there, and the filigree nature of that is phenomenal. You've then got that middle element and the side panels that'll come out. So there's loads of different ways you can cut it. You've then, of course, got the centre. You can use that. Obviously, you can create apertures with that. You can cut it separately. So just with that one die alone, you can create many, many variants. In fact, can I just show you that? Because look at the detail of that. I think that's amazing. When you first see it as well, it's like, is that metal? It looks like a metal. You could actually just use, just chop these bits off and use those as little metal embellishments. They look really effective. And that is just one way of using that die. That's a cracker, straight away. I mean, when you look at the price of the full collection, $34.96, you've got, that is a massive die. Look at it compared to my hand. Anyway. That's only one element. That is in the big, big collection. You've then got your stamps. Now, again, these are beautiful, detailed stamps. Have a look at that. That's such a fine line on there. Always be kind, honest and pure. That's beautiful. Gorgeous floral there, which is lovely. Now, we have got, I nearly tried to read that then. I would have failed. We've got English and we've got Dutch on there. I am not going to try the Dutch because I know I'll offend somebody. You've then got the beautiful rose. Look look at that. And this looks absolutely gorgeous stamped out. Keep love close to your heart, which is beautiful. And then at the bottom, you'll see it in Dutch. You can just pretend you know Dutch, can't you? Which I think is quite fabulous. We've also got the papers. I am going to take you through the papers separately in just a few moments. Okay, so this is your first collection. Only $34.96. I mean, that is such a ridiculous price. Such a good price. $34.96, saving £9. That £9 will be carried forward. The second collection that we've got. And this is your second option. So this one is called the Courtyard Pond. And again, I am saying it properly just because I don't trust myself. I'll show you the papers in a second. You've got a beautiful, beautiful paper pad. We'll look at that in more detail. But the die again, look at this. Now, this is massive. So you've got that beautiful filigree element there. You've then got the panels that you can use separate. I really like these. You'll be making mini books. You'll be making pages for books. You'll be making beautiful covers for books. You'll be obviously with these making wonderful pages for all your gorgeous planners and your journals. I love the tags that are on there. I mean, look at the size of that. That's miles bigger than my hand. Huge. It's absolutely huge. So you've got the beautiful dies. You've then got the stamps again. Right, let's have a little look at these because just stunning, isn't it? Grows toward the light. I love that. What a really beautiful sentiment. And then you've got those gorgeous lilies. I really, really like that. Your lovely water lilies. And then the second one that you've got here, again, just exquisite. These are fantastic. Oh, I love that. She overcame everything that was meant to destroy her. Oh, that's a good, strong one, isn't it? Hey, that's a bit strong. We like that. Phew, I bet you know a few of those days, don't you? Hey, we've all had a couple of them. So beautiful. And then you've got the paper pad, which again, I am going to show you in a moment. So this whole collection, that massive die, all those stamps, your beautiful papers. I love it because this is like a bit of a surprise and they are really, really, really nice. $34.96. You're saving £9. Okay, 024294. We've then got for you some lovely rice papers, and these are just exquisite. And let me have a look at these for you. I mean, look at this, only £11.95. You've got 4 gorgeous A4 rice papers. They blend beautifully with your stamps. I mean, they look really, really good. So give yourself time. Oh, note to self. I love that one. And I just think it's just so meditative. That's a good word, isn't it? You know, it's just calm. It's just got that beautiful piece. I love, yeah, I just think that is exquisite. And again, because we've got the lotus flower as well, absolutely works. Have a look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And the sentiment there, trust in dreams, for in them is hidden the gate to eternity. How wonderful. Depends which dreams, doesn't it? And then sometimes and then I love this. Now that is going to match. We've got a beautiful die on the show today that'll match that wonderfully. Really pretty. Now you've got your 4 rice papers. You've also got in this collection a sticker book, but I am going to be dead honest with you, most of this is in Dutch. So, and that's why that's such a good price, really. I mean, a lot of that is in Dutch, to be dead honest. However, there is, bear with, the last, at least the last, how many pages? 1, 2, 3, 4. At least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The last 6 pages are all your alphabet, which are really, really handy. So personally, how I'd be looking at this, you've got some beautiful rice papers, and then you've got a full alphabet in white and black for just $11.95. I know that's, but you know, it is what it is. That's for your Dutch friends. Now, and that one has got a £3 saving. Okay, so you've got all of those. So you've got your rice papers, you've got your beautiful stamps, your dies, your 2 paper pads. All of this humongous collection. But now it's your savings. So the £3 is carried forward from there. The £9 from each of those collections. So already £21 saving is carried forward. And then a further £12. So that's actually £32. That's £33. I'm in maths. You can tell I was trying to do that live and failed. So £33 saving, that is massive. That means you're getting the whole collection for £69.87. I mean, that is incredible, isn't it? You can split the cost as well. Today, to get the whole collection, it's just $34.94. Of course, you're paying exactly the same next month. To be fair, if you're going for one of your one-day specials, that's actually more. You know, one of those payments is more than you're going to be paying today for the whole lot. Obviously, you know, you're paying the second payment. We do realise that. And, of course, your postage will come off on the first payment. 735,978. Shall we show you those papers? Because they are really, really pretty. Now, it's busy. Already 10% of the biggie has gone. Right, let me show you these because they're lovely. Look at this. If you're going for the biggie, you're getting all of these. You're getting 2 per sheet. And the designs are gorgeous. They're not double-sided, so you're not having to worry about splitting those. And look at these designs. There's a real mix going on here. You know, with having sort of the games going on, with having beautiful florals and doors. There's a real mix of different elements. You might be cutting some of these out, fussy cutting them. They're not coated, so you're going to be able to ink over the top of them, stamp over the top of them, obviously die cut. Of course, something like this, you're going to be scrumpling up and spritzing, using all your gorgeous stencils over the top, die cutting. It's a really nice quality of paper pad as well. I really like those. I'd like it because it is such a mix. You know, I mean, you've got so many pretty elements within this collection, but in the papers, they do look quite, you know, some of them are really quite grungy, aren't they? And the collage work on them. So that's your first paper pad, which is lovely. Let me show you the second one. Uh-oh. So that's mainly your pinks going on in that one. That's a Manor House Garden. The second one that we've got, so this is the Country Yard, what was it? Pond. Oh, yes, that one. And you've got here, have a look at these. Again, really quite grungy, but then look at that one. See, that hasn't got that sort of grungy effect. You've got all sorts going on here. Love that. And the colour palette is really interesting. You've got your florals, which is gorgeous. And then look at that, really pretty. That will match so well with the beautiful stamp that we're going to get as well. If you're going for the big collection, love that one. That's a favourite. You're getting 2 of each design, remember. So if you do want to get hold of these, I love when you get 2 of each design because you're not having to, you know, you're not having to struggle to not cut one up. I love that as well. And it's really interesting having that sort of games element running through it, isn't it? Very vintage, of course. Cheeky bit of bingo. Get your daubers out. Oh, Jimmy. Now, how gorgeous is that? 2 payments, £34.94. Let me show you some of the beautiful cards that we've got. That's sort of Jimmy, that. Get your daubers out, you know. Indeed. Have a look at that. That's really pretty. Did you used to go to bingo, Jimmy? Did you go to bingo at uni? How fabulous. Did you ever win? House. Oh, I like this. Now have a look at that. How pretty is that? So using the stickers down the side, you do get an alphabet and you get the numbers. That's really nice. And just using the papers to upcycle a notebook and make it completely different. I love that. I mean, look at that die. That is just exquisite, isn't it? The stamp, of course, that you're getting in the collection. That die is amazing. So is that die the top of that? It is, isn't it? Do you know what? I mean, again, look at that. Look how filigree that is. See, and you don't need to use a full thing. That is that die. Can you see? Look at it's the top of that die. That is so beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Really like these. See the price when you think about you getting those 2 massive dies. And you're getting all these beautiful, beautiful stamps. And then you're getting the paper as well. It is just incredible. Just a couple more, because I really look at that from Patty. That is just gorgeous. And now one more. I promise only one more, because I really look at that. That's that die again that you're getting in here. Doesn't that look effective? And that beautiful central panel. Okay, if you do want to get hold of that, yeah, it's amazing, is that? Okay, the biggie, that is definitely the busiest. 735978, that's your item number. 2 payments, £34.94. It does mean you've got a flexi basket. So anything else that you like on the show, you can pop into that flexi basket and split the payments up. Of course, you have got your different one-day specials. The choice is yours if you do want to go for those. And you have got the rice papers. But if you're going for the biggie, you get the lot. 735978, that's your item number. Now, the journals, I really like these. These are really, really nice. Already busy on these. I love them because the cover, that is really sturdy. You've got the elastic strap, which I like, keeps it nice and safe. I like that because that's ready for you to decorate. It's really, really well finished off. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And then inside, it's got your little ring bound, and then it's a really nice heavyweight paper. It feels like a mixed media paper, and that is, what is that? 300 GSM, all round paper. It says. I really like that. That's lovely. And the thing is, with something like that, I mean, obviously you can decorate these, but you can add more to it as well. Only £12.99 for that. That's lovely. 15 by 15 centimetres. So that's the first one that you might want to pop into your flexi. Saving a £5 on that one. That is 977146. However, you can go for the slightly larger one, which is also really nice. Again, just finished beautifully. Take that, and of course you might be using the rice paper on this. You might be painting it using your stencils. And look. So you've got, again, that beautiful all-purpose paper. It feels like a mixed media paper. 300 GSM, so it's a really nice weight as well. Lovely. Really like them. And for £17.99. And of course, if you've got a punch that's going to do, you know, your 3 holes like as such, you can add to it, or you can add to your pages. But yeah, I think they look brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Now, everything's going to be dispatched from the 7th of July. So if you do want anything from the StudioLight show, that's when it's going to be sent out for you. If you do want the big one, it is 473705. And that is 21 by 26 centimetres. And absolutely crammed with that gorgeous paper. Love those. 473705. Next, we've got for you, and we will trot down. I'll be dead quick so we can get back to our lovely Lou. So, what we've got now, these work with that paper collection. It is a new configuration. You might have seen them before, you might not. Look at your price. 12. See, this is a StudioLight. I do not know how they do prices. £12.97. You've got all those dies. So you've got 14 dies there. And look at that. Look at the borders. They're really nice, aren't they? That is so pretty, because that does look like lace work. So you've got 4 gorgeous little borders on there. You've got all your little accents, and then you've got your stamps. And the stamps are lovely. I mean, look at those lovely flourishes. I really like them. Flourishes are fab, aren't they? Because you can use those for backgrounds. You can add flowers to them. Obviously, you can use the stamps perfectly. That is such a good price. And these are, again, by no means small kits. And look at how many little dies. See, in the papers, you've got butterflies and flowers. So that's why these have been added. Saving £6 on this one. You can add that to your flexi. And that's going to be like, what, £6.50 in your flexi basket, something like that. That is amazing. 255681. 20% of the stock has gone. That is absolutely flying. Please check your baskets out there, flying out the door. Now, next. These are well good as well. This, again, with StudioLight, all these big dies are incredible. Because look at that price, £11.98. Boom, that's amazing. Saving £6 on this one. gosh. Now, again, these are really, really cool because you can play with them. Have a look at this. So what you've got on that one, let me have a little see. Oh, wow, okay. So it makes your little envelope and that'll fit. So this will fit, you know, your little rotary things. Oh, what they're called, the little rotary deck things. Memory decks. It'll fit in there. Cool. Huh?
Made for, and I've got one at home. It's brilliant.
I had one on one of my shows the other day, and it was like, oh my gosh, that you could make yourself. That is so cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Obviously, if you haven't got a memory decks, you can either. I mean, that's going to fit in some of your journals, isn't it? With that.
Yeah, you can go in your journals. You can get even them little memory flip cards for schools.
Ah, yeah.
You know, like for your exams, and it works in them as well.
Oh my word, yeah, that's so cool. I really like, and look at your price. You don't just get that big fantastic die. So that's going to make a lovely little envelope. And you've got your scoring lines and your cutting lines. Not like, oh, I love this stamp. Look at that journal stamp. This is brilliant because script stamps are always cool. But that is just really, really fantastic. So what you've got there, see, it looks like, hold on, I will show you. It looks like all separate ones, but it is one big stamp. And it's not, it's not proper, you know, you can't read it proper. So, but you can make out some words. There's definitely happy in there. And there's, what else is in there? What did you say? Breed. Breathe. I was going to say, gosh. Gosh, that was a strange one, wasn't it? Breathe. Breathe as opposed to breed. But yeah, that's fabulous. So you've got all sorts. What else? Beautiful mind. Oh, amazing. Oh, so there's some really quite nice words. She believes she could. Oh, all right. Yeah, actually, you can read quite a lot of that. Boom, original. £11.98 for both of those. That is such a good price. 566891 is your item number. Do not miss out on that. That is such a good bundle. I must admit, all these have been very, very busy. If you haven't seen them before, different configurations on a lot of these, but if you haven't seen them before, now is definitely the time to make the most out of those prices. StudioLight, don't know how they do it. StudioLight have been going for years, you know. I used to order products from StudioLight when I worked at Topaz Crafts many moons ago. Yeah, it were great. Completely different as well. So different. It's ridiculous. Anyway, look at these. These are cool because your alphabet dies. Look at them. See, it's a really nice alphabet, is that? Good size alphabet. I like them because they're a bit wonky. Do you know what I mean? They're not really perfect. They look handwritten. Yeah, they've got a bit of character to those. Really like them. You've got your exclamation, your semicolon, question mark, and your hashtag, and the little old hyphen as well. So you've got your alphabet in your dies. You've also got your alphabet in your stamps. So you've got uppercase in your dies, lowercase in the stamps. Again, really like that font. They're nice and big, are those. And again, it's not perfect, so it looks a little bit cool and quirky. Only £11.98, another really good price there. 240134. And then finally, before we get to our wonderful Lou, I really like these as well. I just think they're cool. I love that one because it just looks like loads of thingy bursts, doesn't it? Like fireworks, yeah. I really like that. You've got splatters. You've got the beautiful borders on there as well. This is such a mixed bag, isn't it? It's like so many different textures you can create and the different dyes, so many different little accents, like the little ticket at the top there, the beautiful film strip, the clock. And you know, I was talking about the papers. That'll go wonderful. Then the lock and key. There's all sorts on that. Again, only £11.98. Really, really good prices. 994894. Okay, it is busy. Please check the baskets out, and of course have a look at the website because we've got loads of goodies from StudioLight. If you do want anything, it is Hochanda feefo.com or 01733 60 2000. You have got your choices, so you could either go for your one-day specials, the rice papers, but the bigger, the massive collection, that's really busy. If you do want that, it's a massive £33 saving. I mean, StudioLight, they do it time after time. I do not know how they bring those prices. They're incredible, and really cool products. And the journals, are they busy? Oh, I like them. The journal's very busy if you do want those. And obviously journals, I mean, it's massive, isn't it? And I like them because you can take the pages out, work on them without any faff, and then put the pages back. Anyway, enough of me, because Lulu's in the building and ready. Whoop, whoop. What are you doing, Miss Lou?
Right, well, you know, we've got this.
Yeah.
And it's got a lot of Dutch, and, you know, and you're thinking, right, okay, when am I ever going to use this? So I thought I am going to come up with an idea. And I couldn't think of anything until I got here before. And then I thought, this is just how my brain works. So I sat there and thought, well, what can I do with that? I've got too much good quality materials. Yeah. So I did. This is true, and I've just spilt it all over my hands, right? So the first thing I did was, I'm going to do it on white, but just to remind you that these are sticky back doodahs. So you peel the back off and it's sticky, if that makes sense.
Stickers.
So, and normally they're all cut out. So I'm thinking, use that as a blank sheet? Of course. Right, so when I thought this, right, okay. I'm going to get the white one. Now, the first thing I thought is get these and cut out, if you want to, your alphabet, A, B, C, D. Now I can rearrange all my own letters the way I want them. If it's like EOS or SO, I can just cut them out. So I've been thinking, it's almost like, you know, when you get the different typesets, so you can make your own letters. And then I thought, what's even better? Well, I know that sounds a bit big-headed, I'm sorry, but right, you get your page, you get your colour on. Don't go too mad if you don't. You want a bit of white on there. I don't want to get rid... Oh, it's got stringy bits, this. I don't want to obliterate the writing, but I don't want it to be too...
obvious, yeah.
I don't want
like that.
So then you waft it.
Yeah.
Give it a bit of that. And this is just a quick tip. It wasn't my demo. I just wanted to show you. Yeah. And then you stamp it and then you cut it out and you've got that.
Oh, that looks well cool.
And you can see all the lettering in the background.
Yeah.
But it's actually now a sticker. So I've used the big stamp, the lily.
Yeah.
I stamped it on top. I'll show you the size of it. It's quite big. And then you might be able to see. But what I would do is just use the colours that you want and then leave it to dry. It's still a bit damp, this. And in fact, you're not actually going to read the writing as such.
Yeah.
You're just going to have a sticker, because when I take the back off this, it now sticks everywhere, and it really does as well. So
that's really cool.
So, you know, even though you think you've got that and you think I'm never going to use that, that might be true. But I'm really, when I get stuff like this, I'm like a
dog with a bone.
Well, I was going to say Staffordshire Terrier with a ball. Yes. But yeah, it's like, it looks really cool. So don't dismiss these just because they're in that, because half the time we don't look at the writing on stuff, we just look at the writing as a piece in the background. Yeah,
well, like the stamp, you know, that script stamp where you can't read everything, it looks cool still. So yeah, I love that, Lou. Good thinking, Batman.
And I like the idea of chopping it all up and things. What I did was I did a little tester to see how they stamp, what they look like, and I created this. I'm going to do a version of this. And I went back, as I said, you go back to old school, got my glossy accents out. Why? Because I'm sick of throwing away little tiny bottles half used.
Yeah.
I've got them. Look, I've got them. Get them out.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, if I don't, they'll end up in the landfill or a bin. I'm going to use them.
Yeah, good thinking.
So I've got this mindset now. I think it's since everything that's been going on, it's more about we're having to, instead of going out and just buy, you sort of sit and think about what you're doing and use what you're doing and be a bit more conscious of things. And if that makes any sense, I've just been really conscious of the environment, hearing the birds.
It's nice, isn't it?
I've just been, it's made me more aware, and I hope that I'm just not like coming over like a ranting fool, but it's just made me very aware, and I think this is what's happened with me, with my crafting at the moment. It's made me think about what I'm doing and what I'm using, and I've had time to tidy up and find the bottles at the back of the cupboard.
Had time to tidy up, that's...
Well, it's true. It's true.
I tidied up, it was brilliant.
You know, I kept thinking I'd renovate the whole house, but I've only got one room done. It was the room of doom, and anyone who knows me, it's now the room of bloom.
That's beautiful. Doom to bloom.
Doom to bloom. And when I do my Facebook Live, I have to shut the door behind me so no one can see him. What I've done is I've inked the stamp with archival, and the reason I've done that is so that it doesn't react with what I'm going to use. Now, I'm not going to be fussy about this. I'm just going to do a variation of this. So if you think I'm going to get the same effect, but I'm going to incorporate some of these stickers, I'm going to incorporate some of these lovely papers we've got. Also use the die cuts as elements as well. Gorgeous. So I'm quite happy with that. There's different sizes as well, but it doesn't matter to me if I stamp other bits because I can easily just cover them up. So this will just be, for me, it'll be more like placement and where I want things and where I'm going to put other things. So I'm thinking of the 3s again. It looks a little bit offset now, but it will look better when I get it. And I'm going to do second generation just so I can see the flower coming here. Because when things are in front, they're going to be bigger. That's why I look better 6 miles away, because then I look really slim and little. But do you know what I mean? When they're at the front, they're really big, and at the back. So even if you've got one stamp, you can really make that difference and have it look sort of massive in the front. Like this, for instance, looks so much bigger than that.
Yeah.
And it's not, it's the same. It's just how you place it. So I've got a general idea, and I'm going to now I do like this, I've messed about with this water lily one a lot, but I like the writing on the others as well. Yeah. And I like the fact that I've been picking them up and not having to stamp with a block. I really love doing that. Yeah, I do. And I've got the ones that are on the other sheet. I'm not using them. At home, I was just throwing them on, actually. I'm trying to be a bit more professional, but not working like. But
oh, don't, Lou, don't.
See there?
Just be.
Well, and now I'm going to throw one in there, right? And it doesn't matter that it's overstepping that. It don't matter. It does not matter. Yeah. And I'm going to make these like these big lily pads, or they could be. I thought if you turn these on the side, they look like the Gunnera, the massive big. They're like really big ferns, and some are like Amazonian size, and you can sort of shield over them. They're brilliant. Yeah. So what I've done is I've got my stamp there, give it a waft, like that. And then I've got any paint, and I'm using at the moment, I'm using a mixture of everything I've got. I'm using my golden, of course, and I'm using all the blues. I'm thinking of Monet. The painter. Yeah. And I'm thinking of really bright and beautiful colours. So what I want to do is just put out a little palette. So I've got some of my sprays. I've got the glimmer mists that we've all got. Gorgeous. And all the paints, green. I've got a little bit of pink, but I've just got a palette ready. So I'm sticking. Don't ignore the pink for now. It was like me trying to rush with that, but ignore it for now. And all I'm going to do is get a brush. Well, I did have one. Do you know where it is? I can't do tidy. I can't do it. Right, I'm just going to... Right, I've got a little bit of pink on this, so I'm just going to get rid of it. People say, well, just wash your brush. Well, if I wash my brush, I'll end up with water on my brush. And I don't want water on my brush. Because water, I don't want watercolour. Yeah. I want... like a dry brush effect. Yeah. So I've just put a little bit of white on. You can't see it, I know, but the reason for that is because it's giving it a little layer. Yeah. So it already knocks it back a bit though, doesn't it? Absolutely. And I'm just working top to bottom, and you can get as much just by having that little bit of paint already on. Get a tiny bit of the glimmer mist. Now the reason I've used, accident, I've gone in the pink. That's why you shouldn't have your pink
you went
out.
in the pink.
Went in the pink. Here we are.
It's
Right,
there.
but
There's a big blob of it.
I know. Don't like doing that. It's wasting it. Sacrilege,
we
woman,
didn't see.
sacrilege.
We didn't see.
I didn't say, oh, I'll keep that now. I mean, all my baby wipes are all biodegradable.
Do you know what? I found some biodegradable, plastic-free. Boom.
Absolutely.
And like you can wash them out and dry them as well, can't you?
Do you know, they're really strong, and I use them for makeup as well.
Yeah.
Right,
Not the same one that you've washed out, though.
It won't matter with me. When I'm taking this a lot off, it might as well be. Right, so it looks a bit...
Yours Brillo pads. I
you
don't
know-
really, I'm joking.
No, it's true, isn't it? Sometimes, because we're all stuck in the house, we've not been messing about with makeup. Well, I've been getting up in the morning and making myself do my ablutions. But you just, it's easy going. It's been different for you because you've had to come. But
I haven't done anything different, though, like makeup and hair. I mean, my hair. Oh, my good grief.
But it's really true because it's been really difficult for me. Well, it's been too easy to just sit there and not do anything.
Yeah.
So-
Pyjamas.
Exactly. And it's like, you know, you've got day pyjamas and night pyjamas now.
Oh,
Who thought of that?
Posh.
Yeah, you've got ones that you can go at the door in and ones that you can't.
Ones that you can do Facebook Lives with.
Oh, you should see it, right? I'm letting you into a secret. I always do. If I film just to here, just to my waist, if you see any lower than that, you'd be amazed. It doesn't look like, you know, like you see the newsreaders and they've got like immaculate and then you're like, what? Anyway, I've given it a really light coat. Not too much that it's going to knock all of it back because I want to be able to see parts. But this is the next bit. I'm going to choose a colour that is working with this.
Okay.
Because I don't want to sort of introduce any more colours because it's just going to, it'll fight. I don't want that. So I'm looking for blues like that, blues like this. Blue and white's nice because that will work, but if I start to introduce that, it's going to give it a really different feel.
Yes.
So just look through your pads for the bits you need. I mean, this is quite nice.
Yeah, that works,
Because, like, I'll show you what I mean now. And I've got a little bag and I've got all my bags. I've got all my bits in bags now because I really am getting to use all the stuff that I've got.
Yeah.
Not leaving it sort of in cupboards and taking space up. This bit here has got this movement on, and this is paste or anything that they've put on. But if you look at that, that would be really good for you putting on lines of water.
Yes, of course.
So you do your white river, and white river's towards you and away from you. And what I mean by that is if you pull towards you or rip towards you, you get an edge that is raw, and that will accept a lot more ink and paint. If you pull away from you or push away, then you don't get that edge. But it's entirely up to you. And I'm just going to do two little pieces, maybe 3 there. Okay. And people sort of laugh at me saying, no, well, it's got to be 3. Well, it's just because that's your eye works with 3s. Yes. It's just how it is.
It's just how it is,
like Leonardo da Vinci, it's his fault.
It's just how it is. Just don't question it.
It's just that geezer, Leonardo. He started it. Right.
It's his fault.
It is. So I've just got a little bit of glue. Just putting a little bit. You see, normally at home, you could sort of sit and faff for a bit.
Yeah.
But I quite like that.
Yeah.
Right.
I like that.
So got a bit of glue, and I'm using all the bits of glue that I've got. I had 6 bottles, half used, of Slap It On.
Wow.
So
you're using all the scraps.
Yep, and you know what? True to word. Right, it's all really good.
Nice
It's all working perfectly. So that's a boon. If you've got those, so that Slap It On is perfect for this. Yeah. Because I've used it and I've left it, and it still works brilliantly.
Amazing.
So
I love that. I love it when you're tidy and you find loads of stuff, but it's still actually usable.
It's heartbreaking when you've got all, you spent the stuff, the money, and then when you come to use it, it's like you've been cheated.
Yeah.
You can't, you know, like, I know a lot of people are a bit cheeky and say, well, send it back. Well, I can't after 13 years. I think there's some sort of date on it.
No, 13 years, it's kind of like, well, you know, you won't wear a tin of beans,
have you
would
got a receipt? Well, I have, but it's that old you can't see it writing on it.
Yeah.
Right. So
if it were your food, if it were a slice of bread, you wouldn't be doing it, would you? So
it'd be rock hard slice of bread. Rock hard. Right. So I've got this here.
Great,
I'm not
toasted.
I'm not a lover of the white edge like that. I think to me that's a little bit too heavy. So all I'm going to do is this is when I add a little bit of water to the blue I've already got, just to water it down. But I introduced it to this and not to the brush because I want to sort of knock this back a little bit.
And you've watered it down so it'll soak in easier.
What I don't want it to do is, if it was, because it's acrylic and it's strong, it'll just cover. And that's not what I really want it to do. I don't want it to cover.
Yeah.
I want it to just be in the background.
Yeah, that looks really nice already.
Yeah, and if you've got your rice papers and stuff, and put your rice papers on and, you know, stuff like that.
I love seeing it all build up. It's so cool.
Yeah, this is the bit I like. You can work on this now if you want, or you can work separately. I'll do the two just to show you.
Yeah.
I've got some, I'm sticking with my blues again, and I've got the blues that are out here. Only sort of round the backgrounds. It's just that I want the flowers themselves to just pop.
Yeah.
And I want that, you know, that to be the interaction we've got. So I'm just putting a little bit of this out and a little bit of the dark blue. If you don't have these colours, don't worry. You'll have a light blue and a dark blue. And if you haven't got a light blue and dark blue, you have got a blue and you've got a black and a white.
Yeah.
So you can just adjust it. And as long as you use tiny little bits of it, it won't, you know, instead of just putting all that dark into a colour.
Yeah.
And then all I'm going to do is just going to get, let me see, shall I? Yeah, use that one there. No, I can't use that. I'm using, it's quite a stiff brush, but I want it like that. And I put soap on it. The reason I'm telling you this is because keep brushes like this for glue.
What the ones that have gone a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't throw them away because even you can make art with them then. But keep these for your glues and stuff.
Yeah.
And they work better for glue and dry brushing. So
And waxers. I've been really making a mess of brushes with waxers.
Oh, well, I've been working with waxes as well. And felting. Hey.
Oh, yeah, you have, haven't you? Your bag's ace.
Oh, my bag. Love my bag. Yeah, it started off about 6 foot by 6 foot. It's now 1 foot by 1 foot. Right, and all I'm going to do now is just to give you an idea, is just go up to the flowers and I'm just, right, it's a technical term. No, it's not. It's called just scrub your brush. And when
Scrub?
Yeah, when it's soft, I'll get one of my other brushes out later. When it's soft, you can't do this.
Right, yeah.
You can hear it.
Yeah,
When
you
I get
can.
one of my softer brushes out, it's like you're tickling it. Now you've got to be, you know, get in there. So I'm just going to add the mid colour, or the lightest colour you've got, and I'm just going to do it in a wiggle. And while it's still like that, I'm just going to introduce the white. And the reason I'm doing that is, whilst it's still wet, I've got time to mix it. And then, again, this is a very dark blue.
So the tiniest bit.
Oh, you don't. And whilst it's wet, that's even better. But what you do need to do is use your paper, if you want, and colour your paper as well now. So all your text and stuff can go on that.
Yeah.
And then you can start to scrub that in. Now, I'm being a bit messy now, but it's only because you get the idea, and I don't want to show you all of it. It gets a bit, you know, watching someone cut something out is great once.
I'm enjoying this.
But it's just filling the colours up, filling up the spaces, because if you make a real Pete Tongue of this, there's nothing to stop you. All you've got to do now is you can put some pinks on, I'll show you in a bit, put some pinks on this, and then stamp on this and cut them out and have it all three-dimensional.
Yes. Yeah.
So there's either or ways. I just wanted to show people how to build it up, because this is what I get asked a lot. How do you start?
Yeah.
And
well, it's interesting. It's interesting watching it come together, because it's one of those, isn't it? It looks so, you know, when you see all these layers, it's like, how on earth? And you don't think it's achievable, but when you watch this, it's like, yeah, I can do that. And like, so essentially, you know, you've got your water lilies, and now you're just building up your water, essentially.
And I'm not trying to paint water, because what happens is, you end up doing this, and this isn't going to work. It isn't. You try and do this. And yes, might be good, but that's not what you want. What you're going to do is this. You're going to create the water effect with your glossy accents. So this is going to be the background. So it's almost like, don't forget it's water, and you're just scrubbing some paint in it. Yeah. And that's all you're doing. That is all you're doing. Now, I get loads of people who say to me, it makes me laugh this, and they say it all the time, they look at this and they go, oh, what's she done? It's awful. It's really awful. And I have to agree with them, it really is awful. But when you look at it and you think, what's she going to do with this? You've got to think layer upon layer upon layer. Now, I'm not going to double stamp because I don't want to. I'm going to show you a couple of ways. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to paint with a pen. Okay. So I'm going to paint we'll do the green because we've already got the background, which is blue. Okay. Blue and yellow make green. So I can get all the ranges I want. So you can use your Posca pens, you can use your inks, you can use your sprays, and you can use your dyes. You can use your big markers, you can use your watercolours. I can even go in with my watercolours. Sorry, going off. I can even come in with these, so I can build all this, but I'll just show you with this now. I'm going to put a little bit of blue in. We'll let you do this, Lou, and then I better give them a reminder because it's 10 to. No way! Yeah, I know, right? Oh, I better shut up. Right, so it's such a nice little... There, right, don't worry if this happens, because all you do, because it's only the background, scrub it on. Yeah. Like that. Proper scrub. And then what I will do now is, while it's like this, if you've got little bits that you don't like, right, because it's 10 to, I'm really conscious, I'll paint the pink flowers and put them on. The way you get your flower, your lotus to look like a lotus is you'll follow the light. Right, I know one works because I've unbunged it. Right, so, no. Right, well, you're unbunging. You unbung. All right, I'll unbung. You Does that need to be done while the paint's wet? No. Nice. No. Right, you unbung and I'll come back to you in 5 seconds. That's even better. Boom. While she's unbunging, I'll do a little bit of this. Okay. This is it. Your one day special is sat on the bottom. However, the bigger is the one that is the most popular, obviously. You're getting that... well, actually, if you're going for the bigger, you're getting 2 massive dies. I mean, these are humongous. There's so many ways you can use these. There's so many elements, and they are so detailed. So you've got 2 different sets of dies. I mean, look at that die. It is just gorgeous, and it's massive. So that's your starter, 2 massive sets of dies. So many elements within that one set. So many different panels. So many different things you can do. So 2 huge dies. You've then got 2 paper pads, and these are so pretty, so elegant, and each one, I mean, each paper pad, you've got 36 sheets. You are getting 2 of each design. I'm definitely not going to show you all of them because I know, Lou, we do want to see a little bit more, Lou, before we run out of time. Can you believe it's gone that quick? You're then getting all those stamps, and I mean, you've got so many stamps. You know, you've got those beautiful florals, you've got all the gorgeous sentiments. They are so elegant and very, very fine as well. When you look at them, when they're stamped out, they just look so delicate. You've then got, within the big bundle, you've then got 4 of your beautiful rice papers. You've also got that wonderful sticker sheet. I love that Lou has shown us different ways of using the sticker sheet. Absolutely gorgeous. There's so many ways of using this. It's pretty. It's pretty, it's elegant, it's grungy, which is incredible. Look at this. Look what you can do with your dies. See, now this is why I like these dies. Look, how cool is this? So then, if I turn that round, look at that. So that's actually been threaded down the holes. You've got all these that are actually layers. Isn't that fantastic? And you've got that as well. I just think that is incredible. To create a lovely little book, how pretty is that? That's one of the dies that you're getting in here. Just one of the dies. I mean,
This is why this is so popular. So many ways of using it. Okay, that is enough of me. If you would love to go for this brand new one-day special, literally launched this evening, you are saving £33. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Launched literally 35 minutes ago. Launched tonight, and it is a huge saving. That saving is only available while it is your one-day special. It is going to be dispatched from the 7th. So if you do want to go for it, you only have to wait a week. I adore that. That is actually, look, how pretty is that? That is so pretty. That's your rice paper. Stunning. Okay, if you want it, 735 978, that's your item number. You've got your 2 flexes as well. And of course, you're not saving the £12. I mean, it's a massive, massive saving. If you do want it, please check your baskets out. Remember your flexi. Such good value for money. Incredible. Now, that's your big bundle. You've got your one-day specials, but it's a biggie that's absolutely flying out the door. Okay, I'm going to give you a quick run down those journals. Now, the journals, amazing. They've been so popular. This one, your first one, 15 by 15, 20% of the stock has gone. £12.99 is your price, but yeah, that is seriously busy. We don't limit it to one per person. Bob it in your flexi, and it does mean it's only like £6.50 in your flexi. Really pretty. That's the small one, 977146. The bigger one, again, just so lovely. It's got such a nice cover as well. And of course, you've got that hook and eye, and then I love the way that it's got that really nice thick cover. It's just beautiful. Only £17.99, saving £7 there. 473705. That's your item number if you'd love to get hold of that one. And I like the fact it's got that elastic cover as well. Means you can put your pens and things on there as well. 473705. Next, I'm being quick. I'm going to try and get back to... Oh, have we only 4 minutes? Oh, we're not... Are we? Anyway, right, be really quick. Third of the stock has gone. You've got all the dies. You've got those amazing stamps. You've got a £6 saving, £12.97, 255681. Next, trying to get back to Lou. You've got that incredible sentiment stamp and that wonderful die to give you that lovely little envelope. £11.98. A third of the stock has gone. You do need to be busy with these. Busy. 566891 is your item number there. Next, we've got for you your alphabets and your dies. Again, silly price. £11.98, saving £6. 240134 is your item number. Last but not least, whew, boom. You have got those wonderful backgrounds. You've got the lovely borders. You've got all those little elements in there. You've got all of this for £11.98. Another incredible saving. 994894 is your item number. You can get it all on the website at hochanda.com. You can also, of course, order on the phone line 01733602000. I'm happy for aircon after that. Lulu!
Well, what I've done, I'll finish this off at 8 as well, but I've got to that point where I'm happy. What I've done is I've made a right mess on a piece of paper, which is normal, like this. Let me show you. So I've gone on like that. You can do it on the stamped paper as well. I've chopped it up, but this is just to show you that this now.
Oh, that's nice.
We'll work on here, and I'll put some more on it. But then, while I'm doing that, I'll paint it. I'm not going to rush because I'll paint it later.
Right.
You've got some marks that you can just see now. It might not be visible for you, but it's the wiggle round.
Yeah.
And all I'm going to do is just drop them round in here, and it takes your eyes off other things now.
Yeah.
I'm not too like that, but I found if I do it and brush it across like that, I get a beautiful sort of effect. Then when that's dry, which I will do in a bit, I'll do it at 8, I drop some more colour in, and I'll quickly show you now. I'll just drop a little bit more colour in. I know, go. And then it resists.
Ah, yeah.
So, tiny bit of resist, need a bit of water. I know it's coming down late, but you can see now how
amazing
that, when it's rubbed out, and then when that's dried, that buffs up, and you can see the colour that's underneath, which would be this colour. So I will finish it because I really like this. It's a nice sample to do. I really enjoyed doing it, but yeah, I'll do the rest at 8 o'clock.
That is absolutely gorgeous. I love that. Because, yeah, I love that it actually resists. And the flower over at top, doesn't that look good?
You can do it. I mean, this one here, the way the stamps are, you can do them 1, 2, 3, 4 layers.
Yeah.
You know, and you can make them as big as you want. And you can have them built up so you don't see the line at the bottom.
Yeah.
But they're easy. The little stems are easy to just chop off and it looks like they're floating. So you've got to really like, well, you've got loads of ways. But I just wanted to show you, because it's hard to envisage what that mess is going to turn out like.
No, I love that.
But you get me? It's a nice...
Yeah.
But how old are these techniques, though?
Well,
really
but you forget, don't you? You forget.
We keep thinking it's got to be all new.
Yeah,
It's got to be. It hasn't.
No, it absolutely hasn't. And that looks so effective. And I like it when you don't, you know, when you don't put the decoupage flower over the original flower, because then you see under it. I love that. You get a ghost. You get a really nice, like, almost like building up of layers. And especially if you put pen in the background, which I'll show you later. I don't normally carry on, but I will with this, I think. Oh, thank you, Lou. Oh, I can't wait. We're back on at 8, aren't we, love?
Yay!
See you then, Kate.
See you later.